Social and Religious Reform Movement, a chapter of history for Class 8. In the 19th century, educated Indians exposed to Western ideas of rationalism, individual freedom, equality, and fraternity among human beings, and so on, began to attack irrational social practices of the time. It was a movement to remove superstition, the abolition of caste and untouchability, Parda system, sati, child marriage, social inequalities and illiteracy. Social awakening in India. Reformers from all over India contributed to this movement. Although they belonged to different regions, there was an underlying unity in their purposes and methods of work. The movement aroused a sense of cultural unity and prepared Indians to protest against colonial rule. Raja Ram Mohan Rai founded the Brahmo Sabha in 1828. He promoted monotheism. He organized the Atmiya Sabha in the year 1814 to spread rational religious ideas. He preached against polygamy, sati, and female infanticide. He demanded rights for women and opposed caste discrimination. He published Samvat Comedy Journal and promoted freedom of press. The Brahmo Samaj of India was founded by Keshav Chandra. He promoted widow remarriage and girls' education. He criticized Brahman domination and encouraged intercaste marriage. The Samaj published Indian Mirror and Sulabh Samachar. Sridharalu Naidu set up the Veda Samaj in Madras, and Henry Vivian Derozio, a poet, teacher, reformer, and journalist of Raja Rammohan's time, started the Young Bengal movement to improve the condition of women, to remove social evils, and promote liberty through freedom of press and trial by jury. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar helped Drinkwater Bethune set up first girls' school in India. He promoted widow remarriage and opened the Sanskrit college to all castes. He wrote Varna Parichaya, which simplified the learning of the Bengali language. This primer is in the use to this day. Widow Remarriage Association was set up by Kandukuri Veerasangalingam. He was called Vidyasagar of South India. Sri Narayana Guru propounded his belief of one God and one religion for all. He set up SNDP Narayana Dharma Paripalan Yogam to demand temple entry for untouchables. M.GRANADE. M.GRANADE, a founder of Pratham Samaj in Bombay in the year 1867 and the Indian National Social Conference, he promoted monotheism and widow remarriage, opposed Parda and caste discrimination. He also founded the Deccan Education Society. Jyotirao Phule set up the Satyashodak Samaj, opposed domination of priests, and started a school for girls of the depressed castes. Women reformers of India. Among the great reformers were several women such as Annie Besant, Pandita Ramabai, Sister Nivedita, Begum Ruqayya, and Savitribai Phule. Pandita Ramabai campaigned against child marriage and for women's education. She started the Shraddha Sadan for widows in Pune. Savitribai was a social reformer, a poet who worked for women's rights, untouchability, sati, child marriage, and other social evils. Swami Dayanand Saraswati. He set up the Arya Samaj in Bombay in the year 1875. The Samaj did social service, opposed idol worship, promoted monotheism and Vedic Hinduism, and started the Shuddhi movement. It promoted women's education and widow remarriage and welcomed all castes to join the Arya Samaj. The Arya Samaj set up DAV schools and colleges and a Gurukul. Swami Dayanand wrote Satyat Prakash. Ramakrishna Paramhans. He preached devotion to God and religious tolerance. His simplicity and devotion attracted many followers. His favorite disciple, Narendranath Datta, became famous as Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda set up the Belur Mutt and the Ramkrishna mission. The mission set up many schools and hospitals. Swami Vivekananda impressed everyone when he spoke on Hinduism at the Parliament in Chicago. Vivekananda's untimely death at the age of 39 robbed India of a great leader. Annie Besant and Dadabhai Naoroji. Annie Besant was an active member of the Theosophical Society. She promoted the Boy Scouts movement and tried to revive Upanishadic Hinduism. She set up the Central Hindu School, which is now Banaras Hindu University. Dadabhai Naoroji helped set up the Rehnumai Mazdayasanan Sabha and the Widow Marriage Association. He published the newspaper Rast Guftar. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan started the Aligarh movement, set up the Scientific Society, opposed the Parda, polygamy, and Muslim system of divorce, and promoted women's education. He set up English medium schools and the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, which is now Aligarh Muslim University, and published the magazine Tehzeel-ul-Akhlaq. Reform movements among the Sikhs. Sikh Sabhas opposed conversions, launched the Akali movement led by the SGPC against corrupt priests, and set up Khalsa schools and colleges all over Punjab and promoted Punjabi language and literature.